Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalieresiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the Powassan Sportsplex for a bright and early 9:30 a.m. game between the North Bay U18 AAA Trappers and the Sault Ste. Marie U16 AAA Greyhounds. I'm Ben Long. I'm pleased to be joined here by Dr. Rob Graham.
Ben, great to be back. We were just here less than 24 hours ago, Courtney and myself, and nice to be here back in Powassan to call what should be a really interesting game.
Yeah, from my understanding, the Trappers had a really strong showing yesterday.
100%. I'm going to say probably the best 60 minutes the Trappers have played this year, Ben.
That's always a good sign, and as we're lining up here for our national anthem, we will join you right back after this.
Please rise and remove your hands for the playing of O Canada.
And here we are as the teams are getting set for the initial face-off. I'm always excited to be joined with you here to get a little extra insight on the goaltending here.
Yeah, 100%. Well, today I think is a really, really important game for the Trappers because, you know, Guy Blanchard, legendary Trappers coach and well-known within the hockey ranks, has always said by Christmas you kind of know what you have to go to the show with. Yesterday, I think Coach Josh Dale would be very happy if he went to the show with that effort and with that skill that was brought. But you know, Ben, being able to replicate that and do that in a back-to-back game, that's kind of next level when you can get that consistency. Now, in terms of our Sioux Greyhounds here today, their, you know, youthfulness, they're not going to be walking out of town, you know, easily. So I think the Trappers are really going to have to make sure they try to replicate that same energy because our U16 Greyhounds, I think they're going to be on it today.
Yeah, after a loss like that, you definitely don't want to take a second beating in the same fashion. And the Greyhounds won the first face-off, lose the puck, get it back, though, and dump it down the ice. We are just out of icing, and the play continues on. The Trappers have it. Oh, Greyhounds have it. Trappers get it back, dump it out. And it's bouncing around in the neutral zone. Trappers pick it up in their own territory. dump it out again. And that one goes all the way down the ice, and that is called for icing.
And you know, Ben, we're always going to be goalie-centric here in this podcast. And our starting goalies today, we've got number 30, Gavin Zuccato for the Greyhounds. And Logan Coates, Pad Boy, will be between the pipes for the Trappers yesterday. And Carson Ruddy had a solid effort yesterday. And, you know, our goaltenders, they always are going to get a little extra love and respect here on our show.
Yeah. You can't help it. We got a little bit of bias going on, and we admit that up front.
100%.
And, as Greyhounds cycle around in North Bay's end, they put it towards the net. They get a shot on. A simple butterfly save by Coates. As the Trappers break out, Brunton makes his way into the end. He has two Greyhounds on him as he spins away, loses control of the puck, and it's dumped all the way back down to the Trapper zone. And the Trappers try to break out again and make their way down the ice. This time LaSalle has it. Breaks in, takes a shot towards the net. It's deflected behind. But the Trappers maintain control. Pushed over into the corner. Back behind the net to the far side. LaSalle's fighting for it. Comes away with the puck from two Greyhounds, but throws to the net. Greyhounds pick it up and dump it down the ice. It looks like we have icing the other direction here.
I mean, it's really early in the game, but I think we can already see that the Sioux Greyhounds are trying to close that time and space early, and seem like they're going to be trying to play on their toes a bit more. And that's something that I'm certain that the coaching staff for the Sioux Greyhounds has kind of pushed the boys into doing today.
And the Trappers technically win the face-off, but the Greyhounds get control and dump it down the ice. In an attempt to break out, the Greyhounds regain control, throw it over the glass into the netting, and we'll have a face-off just outside the Trapper zone.
You know, in the game yesterday, Ben, the Trappers pretty much owned what I call all four zones, and I consider the goal crease a zone, and the Trappers pretty much owned everything right from the goal crease to the defensive, to the neutral, to the offensive zone. So we'll look to see if they can replicate that again today.
And the Trappers win the face-off again as they move the puck out of their zone. Siegel has it, breaks into the Greyhound zone with it. Starcevic throws it in front, but it's picked up by the Greyhounds as they get out of their zone. Proctor grabs it in the neutral zone and dumps it back in. The Greyhounds grab it in their own zone and try and make an attempt at breaking out. Still with control, they still haven't got out of their zone though. It gets thrown in front of the net and the Trappers get a near look at it. The Trappers have control, cycling around behind the net. Up the boards, the Greyhounds grab it. Throw it out. Proctor has it in the neutral zone, gets back into the Greyhound zone. Gets knocked off the puck. And the Greyhounds take control and break out of their zone, but lose it in the neutral zone. Back over, Starcevic has it in the corner. Fires it across looking for a tip, but it doesn't find anyone. Cullen loses it. The Greyhounds get in and a shot on Coates for an easy glove save from the top of the circle.
Yeah, good job by Logan Coates, or we call Pad Boy. He's pretty excited. He kind of was able to kind of deckle his pads and has a new mask. And I always like to see young goalies, you know, getting into it. And I'm a bit of a gear hound myself, so I know Logan's pretty excited to be sporting that new look today.
Yeah, I'm still a huge fan of the Patrick Waugh pads from when he went to Colorado, the Cohos with the Avalanche theme.
Love it, love it.
And the Greyhounds have control of the puck in their own zone, looking to make a breakout. The pass to Escasa doesn't make a connection. Sagan Hutchison has the puck in his own zone, fires it out. The Greyhounds can't keep the line. And the Trappers try to move their way forward through the neutral zone, dump it in, goes far side. Head grabs the puck, throws it behind the net. Greyhounds grab it though, dump it to the point. Sagan Hutchison keeps it in. Moore has it, takes a shot towards the net, gets blocked and doesn't make it. In the corner, the Greyhounds have control of the puck. There's a little fight for it there. The Greyhounds walk away with control and try and get it out of their zone. Gets into the neutral zone, but they aren't controlling it. Sagan Hutchinson tries to fire it back down, but it gets tipped into the Trapper zone. The Trappers are attempting to get it out, but they lose control to the Greyhounds, who now have the puck. And a wraparound attempt doesn't connect. Puck's loose in front. Back to the point. Aikens takes a shot. Gets blocked, takes a shot again, blocked again by another trapper. Head breaks his way down the ice to the blue line, throws it in front, but no play can be made there. The Greyhounds grab control and try and get out of their zone. Brunton has it, flips it in as a delayed offside happens. Lockhart's hot on the chase of the puck. The Greyhounds are still trying to get out of their zone, haven't made it out, but it gets out and there's a breakaway. Greyhounds are in. He gets caught up to before he can get a shot off. Fires from a sharp angle, misses the net, and the Trappers are going the other way. Lockhart crosses the blue line, has Broussard with him, but the puck goes into the corner. And the Greyhounds now break out and flip the puck down. Buckman has it, throws it up. Brunton with the puck, breaks in over the blue line, passes across over to Broussard. Broussard takes a shot, and that's right into the body of Zuccato.
Great save by Zuccato, nice square, good suck-it-up play, but I really like that move by Lockhart to kind of get that puck moved laterally to see if he can get the goalie coming across laterally. And yesterday, Benny Brunton and Cam Lockhart were definitely on the same page, and I think Lockhart with 4 goals yesterday, and Benny Brunton, they're offensive threats every time they're on the ice.
They definitely are leaders on this team and in the league in terms of points, especially Brunton, who has 30 points through 12 games. And the puck is in the Greyhounds' end, but they break out. And a body check stops them, but 2 Greyhounds were in. Coates clears the puck out, but the Greyhounds keep it in the zone. Belanger has a shot on net, but that's deflected over by Coates' stick.
Well, we're already seeing a much different Sioux Greyhound team here early in this game, obviously playing with a little more urgency, and again, obviously not liking that loss yesterday. And let's not forget that this U16 Sioux Greyhound team beat their U18 counterparts just recently, so they're definitely not a team to be taken lightly.
And that's an interesting, at this age range where you have quite a big gap of age of players, that the younger teams are going to have games where they're hot and flying, and they're going to have games where they're coming out a bit weaker, and that's just an age thing in a development process.
Well, it is, and I do think there's extra pressure on the U18 teams playing their younger counterparts because, they're technically expected to win. And teaching teams to win games that you're supposed to win, that in itself, I think, Ben, is a really important part of the learning process at this age.
Yeah, and that goes back to that resiliency that we've talked about before, and you are an expert in that category.
Well, it definitely is. Resiliency is a very important part of life, as we know, and especially in hockey.
And Cosmic chips it out of the Trapper zone, picks it up again and skates through the neutral zone, breaks into the Greyhound zone with the puck, into the corner, loses control, and the puck is loose and open for the taking. Greyhounds come away with it with numbers. Connecting, takes a shot on coat, blocker save, rebound save, and the Trappers have it in there going the other way. The shot comes in. That was a blocked shot, and there's a Greyhound on the ice in extreme discomfort from that block. And he slowly makes his way. Stiegel has the puck, though. Starcevic fires it in towards the net, goes behind the net. Stiegel's fighting for it, tries to chip it in front, but it goes back to the corner. It's back to the point. The Trappers have a mild grasp on control of the puck, but the Greyhounds make an attempt at it. Sagan Hutchinson makes a play towards the net, but the puck didn't quite get there. And the puck is now out of the zone. The Trappers regroup, make their way back into the zone. Alone in front, shot, big save. And Greyhounds come up big on that one. Starcevic has the puck, loses it, gets chipped out, and there's a race for it towards the Trappers' blue line. A delayed offside. Sagan Hutchinson picks it up and has time while the Greyhounds clear it. Still offside. Finally, they've cleared the zone, and the Trappers have control and have set up, had line change, and make their way back down the ice. The pass did not connect, and it's down for icing.
Wow, what a great save by Sioux Greyhound goalie Zuccato on that. And for these U16 teams to be able to compete against their older teams, they need strong goaltending, and that was a really important save right there, I think, for Zuccato and the Greyhounds.
Yeah, that was an important one. And an impressive one on a great chance that the Trappers had there. They're going to need to make hay when the sun shines on those ones in the future. The Trappers win the faceoff in their own zone as they start to make their way out. Puck is chipped out. Starcevic dumps it down into the Greyhound zone and it's behind the net. Greyhounds pick it up. A couple of them seem to be battling each other for the puck. They settle it down and make their way up the ice across into the Trapper zone with a shot. Blocked into the corner. From the point of the shot, doesn't make it to the net. Paquette chips the puck out of his own zone. The Greyhounds pick it up in the neutral zone and try and make their way back, but the Trappers take it back again. They head into the zone. They get a shot towards the net, but it's deflected wide again. The Trappers are controlling it. Good cycle. Proctor throws it towards the net. Doesn't hit. Verheyen has it. Cycles in behind the net. Looking for someone to pass to. No one there. Throws it towards the front of the net. But it's being contested right now as the puck is picked up by the Trappers. Paquette cycles around the zone. Throws it in deep to the corner. Back to the Hari. He fires it at the net. Save. And the rebound's bouncing around, and it's a goal for the Trappers. I didn't see who scored that one, but it was a...
Well, the goal was literally set up by Bahari on the line, who got that puck to the net, and there was a rebound that came out, and looks like a bit of a mad scramble there. Probably, one of those what we would call dirty goals, but, as a defenseman, getting the puck to the net in a position that allows a rebound, good for Aiden to actually get that puck on net and basically give the forwards an opportunity to get a dirty goal there.
And he did a great job at setting up that play into the zone as well. So if he didn't get an assist on that, he at least gets one in our hearts. The Trappers make their way into the Greyhound zone. They pick up the puck back and try and break out. The Trappers get it back in the neutral zone. And they enter the zone just offside as Broussard was not quite able to get out before the puck went back in.
One of the things the Trappers did really well yesterday is their defense carried the puck well. And I know that Coach Josh Dale is really encouraging his D to to skate hard north and south and do it with confidence and then make good reads. And we always talk about defense leading to offense, and I've always been a strong believer, and that starts right between the pipes, Ben.
Yeah, for sure. I remember I overheard you before the game talking to a parent about how goalies can't be playing with fear. They have to go out and take chances. Even though there's a risk, you have to mitigate those risks.
Yeah, when you play with fear, bad things happen. And we call that playing, with what we call a performance mentality versus a practice mentality.
And then Broussard has it, clears down into the zone. He has Brunton with him in front. Brunton scores on a beautiful pass from Broussard.
Well, the skill that's been on display recently and offensively by the Trappers. What an absolute beautiful pass by Broussard. And again, Benny Brunton, he is not going to miss that. But one of the things the Trappers are doing differently this year is they are finishing, Ben, and they're finishing big time.
Brunton himself, that's his 21st goal on the season. In 12 games, that's an impressive little stint he's got going for him.
It is, but if you take a look at the stats, you'll notice that the Trappers are kind of doing it by committee this year, too. There's a strength right up and down the lineup that wasn't necessarily there last year.
Yep, they have 8 players with double-digit points coming through 12 games so far.
And I know, Coach Josh Dale is really happy with that. But again, we're also trying to focus on the defensive aspect of the game, which leads to that offense.
And here we have the Trappers control it in their own zone. Buckman picked up a pass in front of the net. Tries to make his way out of his corner with some Greyhounds in hot pursuit. Gets it over to LaSalle, who breaks into the zone, dumps it in around. Buckman pinches and holds in the line. The Greyhounds try and clear it out of their zone. They're not able to get enough control to get through. Now they're able to get out. You have Aikens crosses the line and throws it into the corner where the Trappers pick it up again and try and fire it out. And Cosmic is in hot pursuit of a potential icing that doesn't have the legs to make it all the way down. But the Greyhounds walk out with the puck. Jarrett has it through the neutral zone. Tips it up through the center as the Greyhounds control and cycle back to their own blue line and try to make another pass at the Trapper zone. They dump it in, finish up a line change, and Proctor has it behind his net with time to make a play. Over to Bahari. He passes it across as the Trappers cross into the Greyhound zone. Some good puck control passing. Shot out front with a rebound, but they're not able to finish on that one as the puck slid into the corner, and the Greyhounds are able to get out now. And they have a couple bodies coming down. Shot on Coates, though, holds it up before a rebound can be grabbed.
Well, again, something else that I've really enjoyed watching is just the skill level of these kids. Ben, it's quite amazing to see how these guys can shoot and pass. And yesterday, again, the Trappers, they were passing with precision. And Aiden made a beautiful pass there, tape to tape. And, that kind of development in the game over from September until now is really important.
And the Trappers have loose control inside the Greyhound zone, but the Greyhounds are able to grab it and throw it up. And there's one Greyhound player with 3 Trappers around them, so the Trappers get control back and it's out, but the Greyhounds grab it again, take a shot that's blocked, a big hit's thrown, and Siegel makes his way out of the zone with it, but he's interrupted. So Colbert has it and he makes his way out. Pass up to Bahari, looks for someone with him, shot gets towards the net, it's easily blocked aside. Starcevic has it in the corner, throws it towards the net. The Greyhounds pick it up from there. Just outside of their own zone, Bahari grabs it, dumps it back in. And the Trappers head for most of a line change as the Greyhounds have time to settle the puck down and attempt to break out to go the other way. A pass is missed. Sagan Hutchison picks it up for the Trappers, throws it back down. Keller grabs it for the Sioux Greyhounds. Makes a neat play in his own zone before throwing the puck right to Head. Head dumps it in. Moore's in hot pursuit as the Greyhounds try to make their way out of their own zone. Viscasa makes a play, throws it up. Panishki dumps it in as the Trappers grab it and throw it to the blue line, but not out. Keller, I thought, had it in, but the linesman is saying he did not, and we have an offside face-off.
Well, I have to give my obligatory shout-out to the officials and my good friend Corey down there, one of the linesmen in today's game. I see him at the gym. He has been working out like a beast, and he's looking good. And our officials do a great job in this league, and good shout-out to our officials. Coaching or officiating at this age and stage is not an easy job, but they've done a great job. No,
it's taken very seriously, but the refs definitely don't get any. It's a thankless job, and they do a great job of it. And the Trappers take control of it in their own zone, spinning around, trying to make moves forward. The pass gets up, out of the zone. Paquette has it as it crosses the red line and dumps it into the Greyhound zone. Moore's in hot pursuit, but the Greyhounds are able to make a move. It goes back down the ice into the Trapper zone where Buckman picks up the puck, throws it across to his partner. Back to Deck. Across to Buckman. Buckman crosses the red line. Skates into the zone, loses control. And the Greyhounds pick it up. Big hits thrown in the corner. But the Greyhounds have control of the puck into the Trapper zone. Vincent has it, throws it across, misses the net entirely. Lockhart with the puck, tries to chip it out, but it gets a bad bounce. Brunton now has it across the red line, dumps it in across the ice. Broussard in pursuit, was not able to get there. Panishki has it, throws it in front for Escasa. Escasa doesn't get a chance. Brunton makes his way with the puck, up to Broussard. Lockhart takes a shot just over the net. And now the Greyhounds are going the other way with a break. Sagan Hutchison makes a good check back, and the shot from wide right into the body of Coates.
The Sioux Greyhounds offensively, number 18, Adam Pizhnishki, he, I believe, was kept off the board yesterday, but they do have some skilled players on that top line, and I know that Coach Josh Dale was talking to the team earlier in the week about, trying to mitigate their chances because they do have some offensive threat on that top line.
They certainly do. And as the Trappers take control on their own end and try and make their way out of their zone, the Greyhounds are giving them some push back there. A little fight on the side boards. Pops out in front, LaSalle grabs it and gets it out of the zone before it gets knocked back into the Trapper zone. Proctor with the puck, chips it out. That's onto the stick of Loiselle. He dumps it in. The Greyhounds grab it in their own zone, try and fight it around. Heads fighting for it on the boards. It gets back to Proctor. They're fighting for it at the blue line. Hops back and gets fired into the Greyhound zone. And as they attempt to break out, it's chipped out and into the meshing above the glass.
You know, Ben, it's the little things that you do that win hockey games, and I'm starting to see some of those little things now that Coach Josh Dale is getting his team to do. Loiselle there, you know, recognizing he didn't have a play at the blue line, and instead of trying to stick handle, got the puck in deep, and instead of giving a turnover on the blue line that can easily lead to an offensive threat coming back the other way. So it's the little things you do, and I'm starting to notice in our Trappers team, they're doing some of the little things much better.
And as the Trappers fight for it inside the Greyhound zone, it's in the corner. There's 2 of each jersey in there fighting for it. The Trappers come away with the puck, throw it in front. The puck's bouncing around, still a rebound. The ref blows the whistle, although it was never covered and the puck squirted out.
A little bit of that tenaciousness again we saw yesterday too, you know, just not quitting on pucks and just kind of hungry to get those goals. And so there was about 2 or 3 chances there, and good job by Zaccato there to keep that puck out of the net.
Yeah, he did a great job and had the bottom of the net pretty well covered from side to side, and I know I can't get that kind of stretch out of my legs anymore.
No, I certainly don't even try to, Ben.
And the Greyhounds have the puck behind their own net after winning a face-off, dump it out, all the way down to the Trappers zone, but the Trappers grab control. Throw it back up, the Greyhounds get it. Sagan Hutchison picks it up in his own zone, spins around, throws the puck up the boards. The Trappers try and clear their end, but it's back to Cullen. And Cullen spins with the puck and tries to go up the same side again. Flips it out, tries to hit Starcevic, but the puck goes just over his head. But Starcevic gets down the end first for the puck, throws it out towards the front of the net. Can't find anyone, and it makes its way all the way back down. Moore picks it up in the Trapper zone, spins around behind the net. Cuts out in front, tries to hit Starcevic again, but it's not over the red line, so his tip is deemed icing.
You'll often hear coaches talk about, you know, getting their players to play on their toes. You know, in terms of working with my goalies, we always talk about, you know, being on your toes and not on your heels. And again, you know, getting that puck and skating versus getting that puck and pausing. And, you know, again, the Trappers have been playing on their toes, and you can tell that they're still playing with that sense of urgency, understanding that this Sioux Greyhound team, you know, can't be taken lightly.
And a 2-goal lead is far from a done game.
Well, and we talk about that all the time, right, Ben? In a U18 AAA league, a 2-goal lead is absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that could be one shift and the tide's gone the other way. Speaking of the other way, Paquette makes it down to the Greyhound zone. Fighting for the puck in there. The Trappers are trying to keep it in. The Greyhounds pick it up behind their own net, fire it up. Big hit at the blue line, but the puck escapes. The Trappers make a play. Over Moore has the puck. Proctor throws it in towards the net. They clear the zone. The puck goes up to the neutral zone. The Trappers pick it up again. Head breaks in. Throws the puck around behind the net. Paquette picks it up, throws it in front, but there's no one there. So the Greyhounds get control of the puck and attempt to clear their zone, but the Trappers with pressure hold them up for a moment before they're able to get out. But the Trappers pick it up in the neutral zone again. Moore has it, throws it back to Bahari. Up Brunton on a breakaway. That's a dangerous play. Brunton, big move, big save by Zaccato. And the Greyhounds are able to get it out when Lockhart throws a big hit. The Greyhounds throw it into the Trappers' corner. It gets mixed up in Coates' feet behind the net. Gets out in front for a dangerous-looking play, but the Trappers are able to keep it out of their own net. They're able to clear the zone. Lockhart picks it up in the neutral zone. Passes it across to Brunton, but it gets picked off by Archambault. And we're getting no face-off here.
Could be a too many men. Could be a too many men there, I think. I'm not sure, Ben, but I think there could be a penalty being called here. I'm not sure.
I believe that's what it is, as Coach Dale looks very unhappy on the bench about what's happening there, but that was right in the middle of the line change, and the puck got fed over into there, and That's always a close call.
Just going to make a comment that, Ben, playing with discipline, both teams have been more or less staying out of the penalty box, and I know from a Trapper standpoint, that's been really, really important for them. Yesterday, the Greyhounds showed they did get, I believe, a couple of goals on the penalty power play, and they do have some skill on their power play, so we'll watch to see if they can replicate that here.
And they're doing a great job controlling the puck at the blue line. A missed shot was bounced way into the corner, and the Trappers were able to get out of their zone. Lockhart's fighting with 3 Greyhounds for the puck. And the Greyhounds make away with the puck back to their own blue line. Over to Vincent. In the neutral zone, throws it up, but it's picked off by Cullen, and he dumps it all the way down the ice. In a weird bounce, just hopped out into the feet of Zakati in front of the net. And the Greyhounds now make their way slowly out of their zone, up to Panishki. Panishki back to Vincent. And there's an onside play. That was a close call shot towards the net. Blocker saved by Coates. Trappers grab it, try to fire it down. Kept in. Vincent takes a shot, blockered into the corner. The Greyhounds have some real good pressure here in. Glove down by Coates to give the Trappers some time to reset.
And there you see a little bit of the Sioux Greyhounds skill on display there. Again, a team that when they are on the power play, they can really be an offensive threat. So again, really important for the Trappers to stay out of the box if they want to keep the score as it is.
And the puck's loose in the corner. Greyhounds pick it up, trying to pull a psycho, but head grabs it, throws it all the way down the ice. Cosmic in hot pursuit of the Greyhounds. And Cosmic almost walked away with the puck there with a good chance. But the Greyhounds have it into the neutral zone. Being carried in by McNally. She loses control though. And they're easy to chip it down the ice for the last remaining seconds. With 23 seconds left in the penalty, we end the first period at the score of 2-0 for the Trappers.
Well, I think Coach Josh Dale is ultimately going to be happy with that effort, and coming back less than 24 hours is not an easy thing to do, but the Trappers did tend to dominate that all 3-4 zones again. But from the Greyhounds' perspective, they showed some pushback there, and they were closing some of that time and space. And again, as we've already noted, Ben, 2-0 is absolutely nothing in a U18 AAA league. So it'll be interesting to see what the second period brings us.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one for sure. It's been a great game so far, and we'll see you back after this intermission.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalieresiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency. Welcome to the Clubhouse by Gateway Golf. Located on Oak Street East in North Bay, with over 200 plus real-time courses, simulator arcade games, and delicious eats, the Clubhouse is North Bay's newest social hangout. You can book times now at gatewaygolf.ca or come visit at 245 Oak Street East in North Bay, Ontario. The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalieresiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you back to the Powassan Sportsplex for this morning matchup between the U18 AAA Trappers and the U16 AAA Greyhounds. We're heading into the second period here. 2-0 lead for the Trappers as the Greyhounds break into the zone. We get it back to the point and it's held in. Across, Vincent takes a shot towards the net and Coates grabs that one to hold it.
Well, period number 2 here, Ben, and I think Coach Josh Dale is going to say a little bit more of what we did in the first period. Let's keep that up and let's stay out of the penalty box because we know that this U16 Greyhound team led by Adam Pednishki and Bosio have the ability to score if they're given those power play chances.
And they have the puck in front. Big save again by Coates.
Yeah, and you know what? These games sometimes for goalies where maybe you're not getting as many shots, but Logan Coates has been focused and he has made these saves and controlled the tempo of the game by making those glove saves when he needs to.
And the face-off to his Trapper side. It's won by the Trappers. It's fired around and doesn't quite clear the zone, but they are able to carry it out. Siegel with the puck. Loses it at the Greyhounds' blue line. The Greyhounds are able to pick it up, break their way into or even strength again. Paniski takes a shot and it misses the net.
And you don't want to give Adam Paniski that type of shot in that slot like that because he is dangerous.
I think if that hadn't missed the net, it might have been in the net. But Cullen has the puck behind his own net as they make another attempt out. Colbert throws it up. And Siegel has it as he gets into the zone, just onside. Trappers have control, trying to make it towards the front of the net, but the Greyhounds pick it up and they're able to clear the zone. Interrupted at the Trappers' blue line as they pick up the puck, cycle back through their own zone, are able to get it out. McNally grabs it and throws it back into the Trappers' zone as they pick it up behind their own net. Start to clear the zone, Cullen chips it up. Lockhart has it, tries to find a teammate, but it's picked off. And the Greyhounds are now in with the shot wide of the net. Getting some weird bounces. That almost made its way in front off the glass. The Trappers are able to attempt to have it, but McNally has it at the point, takes a shot. Makes his way back again. The Trappers have it in the corner, firing it out, but are not able to clear the zone. The Trappers are now out. Brunton has it. He's a step ahead. Clear the breakaway. Goal in the back of the net. Brunton on a breakaway is able to just beat Zaccato.
Benny Brunton is not the guy you want to be giving a breakaway to, but the thing that impressed me there was just his breakaway speed. Those 2 or 3 strides that allowed him to get away from the Sioux defender there, and then as Benny Brunton has done all year, he's finishing now. Maybe a little bit of puck luck there, but when you're on a roll like Big Bad Benny Brunton is right now, that puck luck is with you.
Both of his goals, he was covered by a man, took a few strides and was on his own with the puck in front of the net. And that was the exact case what happened there on his own.
His third of the game, number 16,
And the Trappers make their way back up through. Deck is interrupted. The puck's removed from him, and the Lockhart just about had it kept in, but the Greyhounds get it and throw it down for what is icing as Broussard gets back and touches up the puck.
Yeah, you know, Ben's having obviously an outstanding season, and Ben's worked really, really hard on all aspects of his game. And but, you know, Ben's not the only one. You know, we can go all the way down through the lineup this year, and what I'm seeing from the Trappers this year is a belief in one another, and that's really, really important. There's a team chemistry this year that hopefully they can build on.
Lockhart had a nice tip in front of the net, but it was saved by Zaccato. And the Greyhounds are trying to clear their zone, finally get it out. They make it down, chip it into the Trapper zone, but they pick it up and easily clear it. Brunton with the puck, up to Lockhart, throws it back offside to Brunton, who holds up and clears it into the zone. Big fancy move, shot towards the net, and Zaccato has it that time.
Okay, if that's not some skill on display there, then I don't know what is. That was just outstanding head-up play there by Benny Brunton, and showing you kind of what he can do. Just kind of one-on-one, so.
That really was an amazing example of puck control, awareness of what's happening on the ice, foot speed. He really showed the whole level of skill there. And Zaccato was able to keep him shut down by the end of it. Puck comes in, Cosmic takes a shot, high and wide, and that's over the glass. That was an in-shot close that I wasn't sure if Zaccato was going to be on board. It's another weird bounce off those boards we're getting today.
Well, if you talk to general manager of the Powassan Voodoo's, Chris Dawson, he will tell you that these end boards here in Powassan can give up some really, really nasty bounces, and we've seen a few of those here today already.
The Trappers with the puck inside the Greyhound zone. Shots towards the net, but don't make it quite to the goal. The Greyhounds pick it up in their corner. Going for a little skate, passes it up to Vincent, who's down over the Trappers' blue line. Tries to make a pass across, but does not connect, and the Trappers are able to clear it. Back into the Greyhound zone, they pick it up. And the Trappers pick up a turnover, have the puck. Lozelle throws it across, but it's not able to connect. Cullen holds the blue line, chips it in the corner for Head. Head chips it along. Lozelle has it behind the net. Skates out into the corner, looking for someone. Back to Cullen. Cullen's shot from the point was tipped in front, and Zaccato's able to hold on to it.
Good save by Zaccato, and again, good job, by Jackson Cullen to get that puck on net. Maybe wanted to hold it just for a fraction bit more to make sure that there's somebody there to take the eyes away from the Sioux Greyhound netminder. But defensemen today are really schooled on how to get those pucks to the net, and no more of those big blasting windups. Just a good quick release, and that puck went to the net with some velocity too. Was in a good position to be tipped.
And that's one of those things that big wind-up slappers, as you mentioned, aren't a thing that you see so much anymore. It's shots clear through the net for the tips, like one was just taken there by Deck. Fighting for the puck in the corner. There's 2 red and 2 white jerseys in there trying to dig out. And the puck is set free, and the Greyhounds come away with it. It's off of a skate and all the way down into the Trapper zone. Deck picks it up behind the red line. Greyhound player falls on the puck, and Deck comes away with it. Deck cycles behind his net, comes out through the line. Brunton chips it over to Paquette. Brunton comes away with it. Makes a fancy move out in front. And the Greyhounds now have the puck and clear their zone. He's in on 2 Trappers, gets a shot off that's wide of the net. Paquette picks it up. We have a potential offside call that doesn't happen. Brunton in again, fancy move, big play towards the net. And we're saying no goal as Brunton was hauled down by a tripping call that's happening into Zaccato. Zaccato looked a little uncomfortable, but he seems to get up with no harm done.
And obviously the Sioux Greyhound defense are having a hard time dealing with some of that high skill that Benny Brunton is bringing. And, Benny's playing with a tremendous amount of confidence right now. And when we talk, Ben, about where does confidence come from? Well, confidence comes from good work ethic and practices. And Ben's one of those players that brings it to the practice as well. And he's a leader both on and off the ice. And it's really kind of flowing, I think, through the whole team this year. They have a number of really good team leaders that are leading by example, not just through their play, but through their practice as well.
And there seems to be a little discrepancy about who's going to be in the box and who got that penalty. The refs are over talking to the Sioux Greyhounds coach as...
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, whether they're giving a penalty for maybe hauling down Ben going to the net, perhaps?
That was called on the way down. There was 2 minutes for something there, but it seemed to be discrepancy of who's going to the box.
Well, we'll get a chance to see the power play here of the Trappers that, again, has been on a bit of a roll as of late.
So Brunton has puck, throws it in front, shot wide of the net.
So you will see on the power play here, a lot of the teams now are trying to get those pucks moving laterally and pucks moving from boards in and trying to spread the goalies and getting them to move laterally, and we'll look for that here again.
And Cullen takes a shot in front, tipped by Lockhart, but saved by Zaccato. Brunton picks it up on the half board. He makes his way back to Cullen, back into the corner. Brunton has it, throws it behind the net for Lockhart. Lockhart has it around to Brunton. Brunton back to the point. He's dip-to-doodling around with the puck. He's looking for someone to pass to. Off to Cullen, in his skates and finds its way out of the zone. Cullen's being pressured, but he makes a play up to Cosmic. Cosmic has the puck, breaks into the zone. Cosmic is checked, and the puck's taken away by Panishki. Panishki makes his way down the ice for a short-handed chance. Shot right into Coates' glove.
Wow, that's a good save by Logan Coates. That Panishki is dangerous, and you see that quick release. We sitting up here, take that for granted, but that was a good quick release, and that's just a little bit of Adam Panishki on display there coming down, and that's why you cannot let your foot off the gas pedal when it comes to some of these players in this league.
No, some of those players like that, if you give them any chance with ice at all, they're dangerous. And the Greyhounds have the puck, fire it down. Sagan Hutchinson picks it up, throws it up. Starcevec picks it up in the neutral zone, clears into the Greyhound zone with the puck. Has control, cycles around the net, throws it out in front, can't connect with any of his teammates. Broussard and Starcevec have control of the puck between each other. It's over. Puck's thrown across the net. Starcevec picks it up on the half board, cycles it into the corner. Gets pumped back to Broussard. Back to Sagan Hutchinson at the point. Being thrown out, Sagan Hutchinson has it at the point again. Passes across in front, picked up by the Greyhounds. They throw it all the way down the ice. Sagan Hutchinson will be the first player back with a bit of time to make a move. Throws it up the boards. Siegel has it, throws it in. And the Trappers miss a pass, and it's all the way out again. Broussard's back and grabs it. Looking for someone to move it off to, as there's some Greyhounds in hot pursuit. And the Greyhounds have it in front of the net. Coates with the big poke check as the Trappers pick up the puck again and clear the zone. Siegel passes it off. It's a clear into the zone, and there's going to be a penalty here for slashing as the Trappers player slashed the Greyhound stick out of his hands. It looks like it's Siegel in the box.
Yeah, and again, up until this point, Trappers have done a pretty good job of playing with discipline and composure, and we've already mentioned it a couple times here, Ben. You don't want to be going into the box against this U16 Greyhound team. There is a level of skill there. We've seen it, and you think about when you do have to kill a penalty, the amount of energy it takes to actually kill a penalty, but then also the line disruption. A lot of times teams don't think about that, but when you're on the penalty kill, you're disrupting your lines, you're disrupting the flow that you've worked so hard to kind of gain throughout the game, throughout the course of the game.
And the Trappers are on the penalty kill. The Greyhounds have it inside the Trapper zone, behind the net. Control around, back to Panishki. Panishki across to Vincent with a shot that's just off of his heel and into the corner. And the Greyhounds have the puck, throws it again wide. Shot goes up, across, not making it to the net. Vincent has it, pushes it back in. It's back to Vincent, who almost misses that pass, but he's able to hold the line. Vincent takes a shot towards the net, and it bounces around. Doesn't quite get to Coates. And it's back to the Greyhounds point, where they're taking time to set it up. one of those big slappers that we don't see a lot of anymore, with the shot towards the net. Puck's bouncing around. And looks like the post was knocked off, so we have a face-off.
Isn't that interesting, Ben? We talked about, those slappers that we don't see, and there we did see a big old-fashioned lineup, and that's kind of what I was used to seeing back in the 70s and the 80s from the blue line.
Right through the 90s and into the early 2000s, they were still, that was what you had. Everyone had a big slapper on their team, someone who could do that.
And you know why we don't see that anymore, Ben? Is because today goalies are so much more technically proficient, and legendary goaltender coach Mitch Korn says nothing under, nothing through. And you don't generally plow pucks through goalies today, but you get them with screens and you get them with tips.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to tip a shot coming in at 100 miles an hour up around your eyeballs.
Yeah, that's for sure. The Greyhounds have it. Cycling the puck around into the circle and a shot on net, but Coates makes the save. And the Trappers are able to, Lockhart makes the interception of the pass, throws it down. Culbert's going to be the first one in on Zaccato as he plays the puck around. And the Greyhounds having to clear their zone. And they make it into the Trappers' end with control of the puck, but these Trappers on them in hot pursuit. And Paquette breaks away with the puck. And there's going to be a slashing call against the Greyhounds coming up here as soon as they touch the puck. And we're going to get 2 minutes for slashing. I didn't see who it was on the Greyhounds, but it was on Paquette's nice play as he broke out the puck.
Well, and again, kept the feet moving, and oftentimes penalties are drawn when an opposing player gets behind the play and they're a little bit desperate. And by moving your feet and keeping with the play, that's when penalties are often drawn, and I think that's kind of what drew that penalty there.
So we have 4-on-4 for the next 14 seconds. And then we'll be Trappers power play for minute 46 after that, with a shot towards the net. It was tipped just wide. Back to the point, the Trappers control it. Cullen throws it into the corner, misses his target, but Lockhart is in to fight for the puck. The Trappers have it, cycling around in the zone there. Head has control of it, passes it back up, finds the way back to the front of the net. And Panishki has it for the Greyhounds, and he tries to find a teammate, doesn't make him. Trappers have control again. Fired across to Lockhart. Lockhart in with another big hit, and Cullen's able to hold the line. Shot from the point off the crossbar. Cosmic with a shot. Saved and knocked wide of the net. The Trappers have control of the puck. Lockhart over to Cosmic. Back to Lockhart, and he shoots high. Brunton has control of the puck on the half board. He's being checked by a couple players. Those players are starting to pile up in the corner there, and the puck's not moving anywhere. It's being held against the boards. It starts to come free a little bit, but gets pulled right up back against. And the puck's out now. Brunton has it. Throws it back to the point. Cullen with the puck. Fires it towards the net. Save and a rebound. Cosmic with a shot. Saved again by Zaccato, and there's a Greyhounds player down in front of the net, injured. Makes his way back to his feet barely. The Trappers have it in front, and it's tipped off to the side. The Greyhounds are able to clear the zone, but just barely. And the puck goes back in. The Greyhounds have it. And they're looking for a breakaway pass, but it was a little bit delayed, so the Trappers had time to get there, and they're making their way back up the ice on their power play. Cosmic across the blue line, takes a shot wide of the net, off the boards and into the netting.
Wow, what a lethal combination the Trappers have out there on their power play, and again, just a little bit too much for the young Greyhounds to handle there, but again, how much energy that takes to have to defend that type of a play. It really can disrupt your team and suck an awful lot of energy.
And a shot to the net with a rebound, but he's able to drop down and cover it up.
Good job by Gavin Zaccato. They always say that your goaltender is your best penalty killer, and he has to be that here for sure.
He's definitely lived up to that billing tonight. As we head into the face-off with, it looks like 2 seconds left on the power play. And the Greyhounds are able to control the puck, but the Trappers win it back with a pass across in front of the net. Not connected by anyone, makes his way out, but Hari grabs the puck. And the Greyhounds take control of it, but then it's back to the Trappers, and then back to the Greyhounds. Belanger has it. And the Greyhounds get it in deep behind the Trappers' net. So the Trappers have a bit of time to make a play. The Greyhounds in hot pursuit. And the puck's back in the hands of the Trappers as they fire it down the ice, and it looks like that one is not going to go for icing. It doesn't have legs to make it. Trappers keep it in the zone. Fire from the point. Glove save, but it finds its way out of the glove, and puck is back in play. Icing potential called there. And there's some Carbone and Bahari are mixing it up, but they separate and go their own ways.
Well, right now it looks like the Trappers are starting to exert a bit of their will physically against the young U16 team. And, you know, you think about it, Ben, traveling all the way from the Sioux, playing back-to-back games. You know, this is no easy feat for both teams here. And, you know, to be young again, Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I couldn't do that type of thing. And there's a play in front of the net. Zuccato keeps it in front of him, though, and the whistle blows. Paquette looked like he had a great chance there, though.
You know, we give a shout-out to the officials, but we really do have to give a shout-out to the parents of these young athletes and the commitment that you know, parents make to enable the kids to play at this level. And, you know, I think that's really, really important to acknowledge the parents on both sides here today for the commitment that they give and giving their kids the opportunity to kind of pursue hockey at this level is not an easy thing for a parent to do.
No, it's definitely difficult. There's financial and time commitments that are no small task. And Brunton gets in more with the puck now, throws it towards the net, battle for it behind the net. Brunton comes away with it, throws it back to the point. Deck with the shot, high and wide. Buckman grabs it on the other side, throws it towards the net. It's bouncing around in front. Greyhounds are able to clear the zone. Buckman's going to be the first man back on the puck. Picks it up, throws it around. Vincent for the Greyhounds picks it up on the far side. He throws in front trying to find a teammate, but doesn't connect with anyone. And the Trappers are able to clear the zone, but the Greyhounds pick it up in the neutral zone, throw it back in. Buckman has it, and he starts to skate back down towards the Greyhound zone, through the neutral zone, across the blue line, throws it behind the net. Paquette picks it up in the far corner for the Trappers, loses control, and it's around to the Greyhounds as they're able to chip it out of the zone. Sagan Hutchison picks it up in the neutral zone at the red line. Cullen dumps it into the end. The Greyhounds fired around out of their own zone again and pick it up through the neutral zone, and they have a 2-on-2 developing here. A good stick play, stops a pass across, and the net is knocked off again.
Yeah, the young Greyhounds are starting to look a little tired here, but you know, you have to give credit to these U16 players. You know, over the course of 2 days, competing against guys that are a few years older than you, and physically, and you know, that really can wear you down, and good for them to keep battling and grinding. And you can see right now, it seems that their energy levels competing against these older guys seems to be waning a little bit.
And that's a big thing where at our ages, a 2-year age difference isn't a big deal, but in the development of a player between a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old, that 2 years can be a big difference that these Greyhounds are fighting against.
Well, and yeah,
and there's a big hit that's going to be called a penalty. I'm not sure what the penalty on that's going to be, but both refs have their arm up, and the Greyhounds player is struggling, and they called the trainer over. And he's having a hard time there. He's being held up by 2 of his teammates.
And we never like to see that at any level, right? We never want to, you know, I always just kind of hold my breath. We want these kids to be able to come out of here having competed, but we certainly don't like to see any type of injuries on any team.
And he is struggling, and the Trappers trainers come out as well.
Yeah, and you know, we were just talking about that minutes ago, Ben, you know, like these young U16s competing against their older counterparts. You know, that's not an easy thing to do. There is a physicality difference there, and we just hope that this Greyhound player is okay.
Yeah, that's always scary. Looks like Loiselle is being shown the gate as well. I'm not sure what the call was there, possibly a head check.
I don't know. I didn't actually see that hit. I know it sounded like it was definitely a hard hit.
Yeah.
But let's just hope that Sioux Greyhound player is okay. Definitely, it looks like he was for certain shaken up.
Yeah, he was in apparent discomfort being taken off the ice, and he's gone directly to the dressing room. Like I said, hopefully it's just one of those shaken up and he'll be fine. But the play is back underway with a 5-minute power play for these Greyhounds here, as they pick it up behind their own net and set up. The Greyhounds clear into the trapper zone. And the Greyhounds have control. Boissonneau has it at the point. Over to Vincent, back to Boissonneau. Back to Vincent. Sees it in front. And Pusnishki had a shot from the slot. Saved by Coates and back out. Boissonneau has it at the blue line. Has Broussard on him though. He throws it into Pusnishki. Pusnishki back to Boissonneau. Back to Pusnishki. And Pusnishki cycles around to the top. Finds Vincent. Back to Boissonneau, back to Vincent, down in the lower slot. Takes a shot off the side of the net. And there's another Greyhound down in front of the net now. It's battling with Cullen. But the Trappers get the puck, and they're not quite able to clear it out of the zone. Kept in by Panishki. Takes a shot wide of the net, and it bounces around. Boissonneau grabs it on the far side boards. Pass back to Boissonneau from the slot. Clears the zone and all the way back down to Zaccato. Zaccato plays it up. Boissonneau picks the puck and cycles. Throws it up. And the Trappers grab the puck and are able to clear their zone. Boissonneau with it for the Greyhounds. Gets it into the Trappers zone. But Cullen has the puck and throws it just outside of the blue line where the Greyhounds are able to grab it. And Carbone has the puck. He's able to get it into the Trapper zone, and he's in pursuit of Bahari with the puck. Bahari's knocked down, and he's fighting against a couple Greyhounds for the puck, but it's still being held there against the boards. And the Greyhounds come away with it. It's fired back to the point to McNally. And he's knocked over, and the puck's tight against the boards again as it squirts out. Greyhounds have control of the puck. Take a shot towards the net, but it's blocked. And the Greyhounds cycle around. Move it to the other side. Now they have control at the point. The shot towards the net is blocked, but it ended up squirting through, and Coates grabs that one.
Once the Greyhounds get possession of the puck on that power play, they can be quite dangerous there. And again, good job by pad boy Logan Coates to be able to kind of smother that and get a whistle.
Yeah, that was a great play by him because that was a weird block and then squirted through, and when those ones change direction like that, that's hard to follow sometimes. And the play's underway. Vincent has it at the point. Shot right into the body of Pad Boy, as we're calling him now.
Yeah, Logan, really good job there of staying focused and staying, in control of those rebounds. Because as we said, even 3-0 here is not insurmountable, Ben. We say it all the time.
No. And with the 5-minute penalty, that shot's high and wide, but with the 2 minutes and 20 seconds unless another penalty's taken, they have another power play for that long, regardless if they score.
You can tell both teams right here now, there's been a little bit of energy sucked out of the life when that Greyhound player, had to leave the ice. And this is what we call the battle and grind time of the game, where both teams have to try to find that energy, both physically and mentally, to kind of push through and finish this game off. If you're the Trappers, trying to maintain composure and discipline and stay out of the box is going to be really important for them.
And the puck is being battled for behind the net. The Greyhounds have control of it at the blue line. Puck goes in front, makes its way to the corner, and behind the net. Trappers have good control here, as you mentioned, once they get on the power play and get control of that puck. They're great at moving it around. And Panishki has the puck in the corner there, fighting with Brunton for it. Panishki gets away with it. Back to Vincent. Back to Boissonneau for a shot from the point. And that's held on to by Coates.
I really enjoy watching Panishki, and he moves the puck well and a great skater. Broussard there taking that shot. Probably if I'm a coach, I'm going to tell him there was no need to rush that shot. There was nobody pressuring you. You want somebody to take the eyes away of Logan Coates. You're not going to score on Logan Coates with a shot like that from the point when he can see it. So you want to give your forwards a chance to take the eyes and get a screen or a tip there.
The play's back underway. It was cleared out of the Trapper zone, but the Greyhounds pick it up in their own end. Take time behind their own net to set up and start moving the puck the other way. Greyhounds cross the Trappers' blue line with control again. They're passing it back and forth at the blue line. Let's try to go pass through the slot, gets interrupted, but it's held in. And the Greyhounds have control again. Player tripped up, but no call coming on that as the Trappers grab the puck and fire it all the way down the ice. We have McNally back to pick it up behind his own net. Drops the puck, but grabs it back, makes a pass up, and the Greyhounds crossing the Trapper zone again. The Greyhounds have control in the corner, back to the point, and the pass back is lost and back out into the neutral zone. Carbone has it at his own blue line. We make a pass through. That was potentially going to be icing, but didn't have the legs. And Zaccato has it behind his own net. Coming out just to make a little play and feel the puck again. The Greyhounds make their way back down. Boissonneau has it. Into the corner, and there's fighting for a loose puck. Gets fired all the way around. Moore picks it up for the Trappers off the boards, and they are able to clear the zone, dumping it right back down. Lockhart's in hot pursuit of Boissonneau. Lays a solid hit, but the Trappers don't gain control of the puck. Vincent has it. Oh, into the feet. Big chance for Moore here, all alone in front. Zaccato with the save and covers it up.
Really nice save there by Zaccato, and Mateus Moore, who this year has really kind of stepped up his game and has really kind of shown a really nice offensive prowess. He's kind of been on his toes and been going hard to the net. So good job by Mateus, but it looks like he's going to get a penalty, and it looks like they're going to be offsetting penalties here.
Yeah, Mateus and Vincent for the Greyhounds will be in the penalty box. Offsetting roughing calls, I'm guessing, is what they're going to call that. As Siegel lines up for the face-off for the Trappers. Wins it back, Bahari. Siegel grabs it again. Finds it over, takes a shot from the point, and Zaccato's able to hold on to it and cover it up.
Really nice job by Zaccato there to get his glove on that and control that. Slow the tempo down here a bit for his team. Good save by him.
And now that we're back to even strength, I'm sure he's going to see a lot more action than he did for the previous 5 minutes of play, where I think the only time he touched the puck was when he came out behind the net to play it. The Trappers win the faceoff, and another shot right into his body again.
Good rebound control there.
Zuccato's been really sharp today, and the 3-0 scoreboard I don't think is really an indication of his play at all.
It's certainly an indication of some of the offensive threat that the Trappers are bringing this year.
Certainly it is. A play as the player was going down, taken into the boards. Looks like there's going to be a penalty called on that. Looks like he made a tripping motion there. That is Culbert making his way to the box, and we're going to have...
And I don't think it's a coincidence sometimes, Ben, on a back-to-back, and the thing that kind of scares me sometimes when you're playing games back-to-back with this amount of time, guys get tired. Penalties can be a result of guys just getting tired, and it's the one concern I have about this league and sometimes playing the back sometimes, and that's when injuries can happen, is when guys get tired. And I don't think it's any coincidence that we start to see more of the penalties this time of the game.
With that too, and with the mental part being such a strong part of the game, and these are still developing young men, that if you play the same team twice in a row, there's bound to be some anger that carries over from one player next to the next game.
100%.
Where, if there's a couple weeks between seeing a team, you have time to cool down, but if it's, one afternoon to the next morning, that feeling's still fresh. Lockhart has the puck, dumps it into the Greyhound zone. He's fighting for the puck in there, but it gets back up. The Greyhounds are trying to make their way through, but Broussard picks it up and fires the puck. Attempts to clear it all the way down, but it's picked up, and they're calling that a hand pass. Well, Lockhart and Carbone have words to say to each other, but the linesmen get in there quickly.
Yeah, and Cam Lockhart, a North Bay Battalion draft pick, he is a stereotypical kind of power forward, and you're not going to take that grit and that edge out of his game. That's just the way he plays it.
Yeah, that's a character thing for sure. As the Greyhounds have the puck with 1:20 left on their power play. McNally moves it. Greyhounds have it into the zone. Attempted pass out front is blocked as the Trappers have the puck. Breaking out, Cosmic over the red line. Tries to make his way between two Greyhounds, but loses control of the puck. And the Greyhounds have it, clearing out of their own zone through the neutral zone. They make it into the Trappers' end with a play towards the net. Doesn't quite make it on. They have control behind the net, trying to make a pass out front. Not connecting with anyone. They have it back again behind the net. Pass out front's interrupted, and we have a whistle, or the buzzer, to signify the end of the period with 44 seconds left on that power play.
Well, the end of the second period, 3-0 score for the Trappers. Definitely a battle and grind second period for both teams. One of the things I love to see is what I just saw right there was goalie Logan Coates and Zaccato kind of tapping gloves. That type of mutual respect. I love to see that type of sportsmanship, and that's really what this league is about. These young kids coming out here, tremendous amount of skill, the top skill at their age level. But to me, when I see that's really cool.
Yeah, that's really what the game at its best is about. But we are here as the Zambonis taken to the ice. We will join you back again for the third and potentially final period of this hockey game.
Canadian Tire North Bay. Whether you're in need of a hockey gear upgrade or some cooking kitchenware to help get you fueled up for the big game. Maybe it's a set of new snow tires or a tune-up to help you get there safely. Stop by the newly renovated Canadian Tire North Bay. Open 7 days a week and located conveniently at 890 McEwen Avenue. They have everything you need for this season. The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you back into the Powassan Sportsplex for the third and potentially final period of this action between the North Bay U18 AAA Trappers and the Sault Ste. Marie U16 AAA Greyhounds.
Well, Ben, I was just down during the intermission just trying to check up on our Sioux Greyhound player to see how he was doing. The one had to leave the game, and I guess he's being looked at, and we wish him well. And it turns out it was a head hit. Trapper player Lozelle kind of led with the shoulder, and so we certainly wish him well and hope that he can recover from that.
Yeah, those are definitely, in most cases, that they're unintentional circumstances. And by the way that play went down, I would say almost certainly was an unintentional play. Wasn't a out to injure type of thing, but those plays happen, and you certainly feel for the players, especially at these minor hockey ages when they're out with those kind of injuries. I know I'm a few concussions into my timeline with those as well, and they can hinder you a great bit. So,
well, all you really hope for is you want both teams to come out. You want them to compete. You want them to play hard. You want them to grow from the experience, and you want them to come out of here with no injuries. And that's really what my hope for is every time I get an opportunity to watch a game or call a game.
Yep, certainly. And the Trappers have 44 seconds left on a penalty kill here as the Greyhounds win that first face-off, and Boissonneau has control of the puck. Goes across to his D partner, up to Pizniski, and fires it in. Coates plays it, and the Greyhounds end up picking up the puck off of that. Back to the point to Boissonneau. Across the blue line. Down to Pizniski at the red line. Takes a shot right into the body of Coates. And Sagan Hutchison has control of it, but he loses it to the Greyhounds in the corner there. They fire it out off the post. Makes its way back to the Greyhounds red line. He carries it in. He's at the half forwards with it. Back to the point. Carbone takes a shot. Pass over to Pizniski. Back to Boissonneau, who fires it. Coates gloves it down, but the puck stays free. It's kept into the Trapper zone by the Greyhounds. And Seagulls picks it up on the half forwards for the Trappers and makes his way out down into the Greyhounds end. Hits Brunton with the puck, and he was almost a step away with it. Lost control. Dak keeps it in, though. And the Trappers have control of it inside of the Greyhound zone. Fired across. Picked up by the Greyhounds in their own zone, carried across the red line and dumped into the Trapper zone. So the Greyhounds go off for a change. Oh, weird bounce of the puck. Quick play in front of the net. Greyhounds have control in the corner, throw it back out in front. The puck makes it away around to the far corner. Dak has it, skates behind his own net, passes across to his partner. Throws over to Broussard, who loses control of the puck. And shot in right into Coates' body.
Wow, Logan Coates is kind of making it look easy, but Logan is a very athletic goalie, and one of the things we've tried to work on is kind of taming his athleticism a bit, kind of, like a Mike McIver with our OHL battalion team, and he's kind of quieted himself mentally, and he's stepped up his game technically, and Logan's, making the game look easy right now.
That's one thing that we see at this level. A lot of goalies are learning to sort of lean less on their athletic abilities and more on technical. Oh, shot.
Well, it's really important, I think, in 21st century goaltending, less is more, Ben. Getting yourself into positions effectively and with what I will call economy of motion is really important.
Yep.
And we're definitely seeing that in Logan's game, and credit to Logan because he has really immersed himself in the game and is really enjoying the experience of getting better.
I remember seeing a couple years ago Dom DiVincentis, who is now with Manitoba Moose of the AHL, his first year in with the battalion. His game was a lot more frantic. And Joe Verbetic, who was the starting goalie at that time, was really a stable, less is more goalie. And then as Dom went on throughout that first year, you really saw him start to sort of settle down, and that economy of motion that you were talking about before, he really started to display that, and he's developed quite a career for himself now.
Yeah, for sure, and that's, I think, where we're headed with Logan. I'm really excited for Logan, and he just has to stay in the moment and enjoy the experience and the process, and good things are going to happen.
And Pizniski with a great shot on Coates as he keeps it out of the net. The Trappers are fighting for the puck in the corner. It goes across the ice. Cullen and Pizniski both bat at it. No one really comes away with control, but the Trappers have it now and are able to fire it out of their zone. Keller picks it up for the Greyhounds in the neutral zone. Pass back and forth with his D partner as he dumps it into the zone. And a high sticking from Cullen as he goes in, lets Pizniski touch the puck. And the Trappers try to get control again and are not quite able to clear the zone, but now get it out. Sagan Hutchison goes for a skate with it across the blue line. Passes it across, and a shot is saved and goes wide of the net onto the side of the netting. And we have a whistle.
Yeah, early into the third period here again, you can see both teams right now. I call this battling grind mode. Teams are tired, players are tired. I think emotionally both teams, a little bit of energy has been taken out. Anytime, a player has to leave the ice for any type of an injury, I think we can see a little bit of an emotional drain here and energy drain on the boys. So we're in battle and grind mode here where both teams just want to kind of compete hard and try to win each shift as best as possible.
And Brunton is kicked out of the face-off circle, so Broussard steps in for it. Greyhounds win that draw, though. And they try and cycle it around their own zone to try and get it out, but it's picked off. Brunton picks it up behind the net. Tries to hit Bunkman back at the point, but it's off his skate and is pushed back into the Greyhound zone. Pushed up the boards by the Greyhound. Lockhart picks it up. Tries to find Brunton with it. And the puck's bouncing around inside the Greyhound zone. Brunton has it on his stick now. Tries to find Deck, but doesn't quite connect. And the puck ends up right in front of Zaccato. As it moves back to the point, now Deck holds the line. Bit of a scramble with the puck, and the Greyhounds get a stick on it and fire it all the way down. But Buckman is back to touch up for icing.
Ben, we've given an obligatory call out to our officials. We've talked about the importance of parents in the development of these athletes, but we also really have to acknowledge the effort of coaches, assistant coaches, and all of
goalie coaches.
Goalie coaches, yeah, for sure. But all the coaches that are involved in developing these kids, and hats off to them because it's a huge commitment.
It certainly is. I know I've coached not at this level, but I've done different minor league coaching, and even at house league it's a big level. But in this great North U18 league, where the travel is so much time commitment there, time involved with stepping up players' performance, there's so much time put in by so many people just to make these games happen. And Paquette with the shot in front of the net, saved by Zaccato. And the arms of the referee went up, but I didn't see who's getting that call. head for the Trappers was on the ice for a second, so I'm guessing it probably was against the Greyhounds, but we'll see momentarily here who ends up in the box.
And you know, Mike Brito, our scorekeeper and general manager for the Trappers, he lost a bet to Coach Josh Dale, and you know, I don't know, we're not probably able to zoom in on his tie, but he is wearing a Maple Leafs tie here today, having lost a bet, and he is an ardent Montreal Canadian fan. So today, though, we made him pull the tie out. He had it hidden yesterday, and I didn't think that was really fair.
No, that goes against the spirit of the bet for sure. But as a Montreal fan, I can 100% relate to not wanting to be seen in that tie. The Greyhounds are able to manage to get outside of their zone as the Trappers are on the power play here. Inside their own zone, resetting up with the puck. Wisniewski in pursuit. But the Trappers are able to get out. Sagan Hutchison across. Oh, we have a delayed offside here, so the Trappers have to clear the zone. And the Greyhounds are able to fire it around and get it all the way back down to the Trapper zone, where Sagan Hutchinson will pick up the puck that was stopped by Coates. And they're going to try and make their way back up the ice again. Paquette with the puck across the blue line. Drops it for Starcevic. Starcevic is able to make a pass across, but it doesn't hit the net. As one of the Greyhounds goes for a skate here. Tries to make a fancy move, but Broussard is able to stop him up. The Greyhounds get it again with a shot. They're in high pressure on this penalty kill. As the Trappers behind their own net are taking some time to settle up and do a bit of a line change here. Broussard clears into the zone, but turns over the puck, and it's fired all the way back down again. This Trappers power play has not looked as strong as they have on the previous attempts. Cullum behind his own net. Makes a play with the puck. Trappers through the neutral zone. And Cosmic had it. Falls off of his stick and makes its way to Zaccato, who easily covers that up.
Oftentimes, Ben, you know, we talk about the offensive zone, we talk about the defensive zone, but, you know, in the 21st century hockey game, the neutral zone is a really, really important part of controlling a hockey game, and allowing a team that easy entry through the neutral zone is something that a lot of teams now, they pay a lot of attention to, and how we play and manage and force players to the outside versus allowing them easy access straight through the middle. The Trappers have had fairly easy access through the neutral zone both yesterday and today.
And they have it. Creeping in, Deck takes a shot into the body of Zaccato, and he holds on as that penalty winds up, and we're back to even strength for the face-off to the blocker side of Zaccato. I
really love the battle and grind mindset of Zaccato here, keeping his team in the game, and great save by him and good rebound.
Yep. And as you talked about the neutral zone, I've always been adamant that if you give teams easy access to your end, you might as well hand them the game as well. And that penalty kill, the Greyhounds did a great job of not giving the Trappers easy access to their zone. But we're back to 5-on-5 here as we're battling for the puck inside the Greyhound zone. Moore has it, spinning around, throws it in behind the net. Greyhounds pick it up and fire it around, but Deck holds the line. Throws it back in, Siegel behind the net, battling for the puck. Comes away with it, tries to make a pass out, but it doesn't connect. Deck has it, throws it back in again. Siegel in the corner, throws it out, makes a connection, but the pass to in front of the net doesn't happen. Puck's held in, but it bounces out. We're on a delayed offside here, so the Greyhounds have some time to rezone. Vincent has the puck, throws it up to a teammate, but the next pass to Wisniewski is not connecting. The Trappers in their own zone are trying to make a play here. Buckman tries to move it along further up the boards as it gets chipped up off the glass and into the netting.
A lot of times coaches will talk about confidence, you know, and confidence. Where does confidence come from? One of the things that I really believe, and I work with the players in my hockey life skills, confidence comes through your practice habits. It comes through your work ethic. Confidence doesn't necessarily come through your in play. And the Trappers have been playing with a lot of confidence, and I think a lot of that has been coming, you know, Coach Josh Dale's done a really, really good job of preparing the Trappers for games this year, and, you know, there's a really good up-tempo-ness to the practices. So I believe that a lot of the success that the Trappers have had, that confidence is coming through a good job by Coach Josh Dale to manage these boys during the practice sessions.
That certainly is where, as well as skill development, is important at this age, that people realize that an average player will have the puck on his stick for, I think the stat was somewhere around 40 seconds of a game, 20 to 40 seconds. I mean, some players will be more than that, but the average player, 20 to 40 seconds with the puck on their stick. Where in a practice, you can look at more at 20 to 30 minutes with the puck on their stick. And that really, the more you have the puck on you and you get to experience it, feel its weight, move it around, that does develop that confidence.
And you talk to OHL scouts, you talk to NHL scouts, and what are they looking for, Ben? They're looking for what players are doing without the puck or off the puck.
Yeah.
And, when you can get your boys and your team to understand that, good things are going to happen.
The Greyhounds make it into the Trapper zone, but the Trappers pick up the puck in front of their own net and try and clear it out. The Greyhounds are able to hold it in, throw it in the corner. Head picks it up in the Trappers' corner. Passes to his teammate Bahari, who makes a breakout pass, but it's not able to be kept on the stick. Head goes for a line change as the puck goes by the net, so it has a little bit of a slow change there. Paquette fighting Vincent for the puck. Keller dumps it in. Vincent grabs it again. As the Greyhounds have the puck inside the Trapper zone, but they're not able to make any real solid connections with it. The Trappers get the puck back. They're battling for it. Pishnishki has it out in front. Makes a fancy play. Great shot just wide of the net, though. The Trappers, Paquette tries to move it out. Gets it up to Lockhart, who's into the Greyhound zone with 4 Greyhounds on him. Throws it back to the point. Brunton hasn't made a pass to Broussard. Brunton keeps it in the zone. Big play in front of the net. Throws it towards the net. Zaccato makes a save. Brunton picks up the rebound. As the Greyhounds pick it up off of some battling in the corner. And they throw it around. They're able to get out of the zone. Vincent has the puck. Skates in. Cullen on him. Quick pass out to Pishnishki. Almost connects, but Lockhart was on him. And Lockhart picks up the puck in the corner, and he's knocked off of it. Vincent has it behind the net. Throws it out back to the point for a shot that's tipped high over the netting.
That was a good job by Lockhart on the back check to kind of disrupt that pass back into the middle. And, those are the things that coaches and scouts are looking for. It's one thing to be a power forward and a down-low offensive threat, but coming back on a back check and having that defensive mindedness, that is a good thing. Yeah,
you don't want to leave Pishnishki alone, who was the man that Lockhart had covered there. If Lockhart hadn't have been back on that back check, we might be looking at a change in the scoreboard here. But the Greyhounds win that face-off. Deck behind his own net, battling for the puck. Throws it around. Kept in by Boissonneau. But the Trappers are able to fight it out more with the puck. Comes in, onside. But the puck is still staying right by the blue line there. Fired across, and it gets tipped out of the zone. So it's fired back into the Greyhounds' end. The Trappers are in pursuit again. The Greyhounds trying to make a breakout again. The puck's fired towards the net, gets tipped into the corner. There's a lot of body checking happening out here on this shift as Jarrett grabs the puck for the Greyhounds at the center red line and makes a play in. The Greyhounds got into, and there was a hit thrown. And that looked like a attempt to dodge a hit by a Greyhounds player, but it ended up catching him in the cage, and we're going to get a penalty for a head hit on that one.
Yeah, and again, at this stage of the game, that is not something that Coach Josh Dale will be happy with. We want to show discipline and composure, staying out of the box. Again, even though the Greyhounds don't have anything on the scoreboard to show for it, certainly one of the highlights of their game has been the ability to move the puck and play with some precision on their power play.
Yeah, this has been a really strong power play for them, where they've had a couple really good chances and some great puck control. So a double minor, that one is being called as, could be a real big change in this game. Boissonneau at the point takes a shot through. It looked like that was deflected, but Coates was able to grab it with his glove and hold on.
And again, if I'm a defenseman in that situation, show some patience. There's nobody coming out to disrupt you. You've got time. wait for a forward to take the eyes away from the goalie and or be there for a tip. And, those are those little intangibles that, you hope that as you're mentoring your team along the way, no need to take that shot without having anyone disrupting the goalie there.
And the Greyhounds make their way back into the Trappers zone again. The Trappers pick up control, and Head fires it down the ice onto Zaccato, who just deflects it into the corner for his teammate Boissonneau to pick up. And the Greyhounds get it out of their zone and into the Trappers zone. But it's interrupted, so the puck's loose and being held against the boards now. We have a handful of players in there from both teams. Head grabs it, a puck that got loose, and makes his way down the ice. Carries it into the Greyhound zone, into the corner, and just holds on to the puck in the corner and try and kill some more time off this penalty. He's doing a great job. Puck finally squirts free, and Vincent picks it up behind his own net for the Greyhounds. And as he skates up the ice, he makes his way into the Trapper zone, gets a shot off, but it's deflected wide. Puck is in the corner, back to the point. Carbone passes over to Escasa. Back to Carbone. He fires a shot on net, deflected wide, out in front. The Trappers are able to get it, but back to the point. Carbone keeps it in. Over to Escasa again, takes a shot, deflected. The Trappers are holding it on the board. He's got 3 Greyhounds on him. They get the puck out behind the net. And Vincent has the puck in the corner, looking for someone to pass it to. Throws it across line to Carbone. Over to Escasa. Back to Carbone in the center. Over to Vincent on the side. He takes a shot towards the net, but it's blocked before it gets there. Cullen fighting for the puck in the corner. Now Sagan Hutchinson makes his way back through. Cullen in the corner fighting for it. Comes out to Escasa with it for the Greyhounds. Cycles around the net. Tries to hit Carbone back to the point, but the pass isn't quite on. The Greyhounds are doing a real great job of controlling. Carbone with the shot from the point. Doesn't make it to the goal, though. Now the Greyhounds have control of it. Starting to slow things down a little bit and set it up. A little quick pass out, but the shot is blocked, and now the Trappers have gotten it out of the zone. Cosmic in hot pursuit. But Escasa picks it up for the Greyhounds, and he makes his way through the neutral zone. The pass doesn't connect with anyone. The Trappers are able to pick it up. Bahari with it at his own blue line. Able to kill some time in his own zone before the Greyhounds are in pursuit. Cosmic with it, throws it back, but it's picked up by the Greyhounds, and they're in the zone. The Trappers, for their own sake, are fortunate enough to be able to get control of that puck and fire it all the way back down. We are down to just over 45 seconds left in this power play for the Greyhounds as they make their way back up the ice towards the Trappers zone. Big hit by Lockhart in front of the Greyhounds bench, and they're still tangled up there. The puck's fired down, but kept just outside of the Trapper zone, and the Trappers have control back again. Bahari with it. Takes a second to kill some more time before he fires it all the way down to Zaccato, and Zaccato covers it up because there were Trappers close on him.
Good awareness by Zaccato there just to kind of stop the play, but some really good puck control there exhibited by the Greyhounds on that power play. I really enjoy watching that. Escasa, number 22 on the Greyhounds, a great young player there, fun to watch, and nothing to show for it on the board, but certainly some good structure and some good puck movement on that power play by the Greyhounds.
As the puck's back into the Trapper zone, Buckman moves it, but the Greyhounds are able to keep it inside the zone. It's the penalty's coming out. There's a puck upset. Oh, and it slides between Coates' legs and into the net on a weird sliding around play.
Yeah, one of those dirty goals, and yesterday I got in trouble. I'm not a superstitious guy, Ben. I always coach my goalies, that it's about skill. There's no such thing as luck in this game in that regard, but I didn't say the word shutout. I mean, I know Logie Coach was probably working hard for that.
Yeah.
But having said that, with 4 minutes and 54 seconds, ultimately what the Trappers are looking to do here is to get out of this game having with a win and with some composure and with some discipline. Yeah,
I heard that you were given to a little bit on the air yesterday.
Well, yeah, it's not something that I really am too concerned about my goalies. You know, it's about skill, it's about confidence, about work ethic, and but yeah, I didn't say the word there today, but I was certainly hoping for Logie.
I'm a big believer that what I say up here does not affect what happens on the ice.
100%.
But there's some more superstitious people on the broadcast sometimes.
That's correct.
And Pishnitsky tries to make a play to the front of the Trappers' net, and he grabs it again with a shot, and Coates holds on to that one.
4 minutes, Ben. 4 minutes. 3-1. 4 minutes. You know, a good save by Logan there, and squared up to it, and didn't give up that rebound. Can a team score 2 goals in 4 minutes? 100%. And teaching a team how to win a game and finish a game off is really, really important. And with 4 minutes here, I don't think we want to call this game over yet.
No, it's certainly not. That we've seen this Greyhounds team certainly has some firepower that if they, get that monkey off their back a little bit, that Trappers could be in some real danger here. And especially with players like Panishki out on the ice. And the Greyhounds win that puck back. Take the puck down the corner with a pass across front. Powassan has it, fires it towards the net. I'm not sure where it is. It's in Paquette's body. Falls down in the corner, gets fired to the far side. Cullen has the puck and is able to clear it out. And the puck is now into the Greyhound zone. Paquette fighting for it with a couple Greyhounds. They're able to clear the zone though. Vincent has it. Crosses the Trappers' blue line. Head picks up the puck. And Head makes his way down the ice. Crosses into the Greyhound zone. Has Paquette with him. Pass across does not make it though. Seguin Hutchinson pinching in. The puck comes out. Vincent has it. 1-on-1 with Cullen. Little backhand. And those are the odd angle ones that I find are always tricky. But
yeah, they are, and that's where we come back to kind of that technical ability. A lot of times goalies will go into an RVH position there, and that's not really that necessary. Just playing a bit of an overlap and staying square to the puck, I think, is important. But good job by Cullen there to keep the defenseman forced outside the dot. Generally, a goalie should have that all day long, Ben.
Yeah. When you're playing at this level, when you're playing Old Timers in Trout Creek, those ones are 50-50.
Come out to one of our goalie sessions and we'll square you up.
And the Trappers are fighting for the puck in the neutral zone, as we've talked about. They've done a great job controlling the play through there. Brassard has it and ends up making its way into the Greyhound zone, but the Greyhounds have control of the puck. They're fighting for it against the boards now. There's 2 of each jersey in there. No movement on the puck as it finally squirts free, and the Greyhounds get out of the zone. The Trappers are going back now. Brunton with the puck. Stick handling through 3 different Greyhounds players. Makes a pass off. Lockhart with a shot. And that puck finds its way into the net. And that is a goal for Martin Brassard.
Wow, that came off of a hard shot and a rebound. And, I was just about to say how Zaccato's really done a good job of battling and grinding in here with 2 minutes left, and has really kind of kept his team in it and kept that score down. But that came off of a rebound, and again, good tenacious play by the Trappers to kind of follow that puck and not quit on it after the original shot. And that's led to a lot of goals for the Trappers in the last few games. Is just that willingness to keep that puck pursuit and to not quit on rebounds.
And as you talked about, the ability to win a game with 2 minutes left and 2 goals up on the scoreboard, for them to go in and put that to fight for that goal, to put this one a little further out of reach for the Greyhounds is an important one for the Trappers to have. As the Greyhounds start to try and make their way back up the ice, the Trappers pick up the puck and it gets fired into the Greyhound zone. The Greyhounds start trying to get it through, but Siegel picks it up, makes his way behind the Greyhounds net, looking for someone to pass to, back to Deck at the point. His shot to the net doesn't make it through as the Greyhounds start to make it down the ice. Puck's intercepted and it starts going back the other way. The Greyhounds pick it up and intercept it and head back towards the Trappers zone. And Jarrett has it, clears it into the zone, but is interrupted, and now Moore has it into the Greyhound zone. With the puck, makes a pass over. Oh, that was such a close play, but was not able to connect on the shot. and Zaccato was able to cover it up.
Great job by Mateus Moore, and he showed that same grit and that same foot speed yesterday, and it's been nice to see kind of the evolution of his game and to see where he's come, because he's now a player that has really showed some great puck pursuit and some great hustle.
And now as Vincent makes his way for the Greyhounds, Escasa has the puck, goes behind the Trappers' net, tries to throw it out to a teammate in front, but isn't able to. And the puck is in front. Shot just goes wide of the net. The Greyhounds have some great pressure right now. Puck's fired back in. Vincent has it in the corner, but Head's able to pick it up for the Trappers as they start to break out of their own zone. Lockhart carries it out, or Cosmic, crosses the line, fires it in on net, and Zaccato has it and holds on to it.
Well, with 54 seconds left in the game here, Ben, I mean, the score 4-1 essentially, looks like the Trappers are going to come out of here with 2 games and the points that come with that. Full credit to the Greyhounds, who essentially battled and grinded through this one, but were really kind of outmatched physically and offensively in this game and as well yesterday.
And they've really put up a fight, especially with that goal with 4 minutes left. The Trappers take a shot off a post. They take another fire towards the net. Lockhart throws it in front. Bahari keeps it in. Proctor holds the blue line this time. Fires it into the corner as the Greyhounds pick it up and try and fire it out. It's kept in by Brunton. Looks for a man in front. Puck gets fired around. Bahari tries to keep it in, but it squirts out just past the blue line. Trappers have it in their own zone, moves it up to Proctor. Proctor moves it up to Lockhart. Lockhart carries into the Greyhound zone. He's surrounded by a bunch of players. Brunton has it now, throws it towards the net, and the puck's loose, but the ref blows the whistle. And there's some animosity being displayed in the corner.
And again, this is what you, as a coach, you really, with 12 seconds left in the game, you really hope that doesn't happen, that, both teams can kind of get out of here with that composure, 12 seconds. But understandably, at this age and stage, both teams are tired, back-to-back games. You can understand that emotion and some of that frustration by the young Greyhound team.
Certainly, and that's starting to boil over a little bit, that, after a couple hard-fought losses against an older age team, that little frustration is going to be coming up.
Yeah, and let's not forget, though, that, too, this U16 AAA Greyhound team just recently upset their U18 Greyhound team. So, in this league, there's a lot of parity, and, from one game to the next, some fairly interesting things can happen.
On any given day, anyone can beat anyone, especially in leagues that are so even, as the Greyhounds have it back behind their own net. Moving the puck around. The Trappers get it in front. Siegel with a pass. And Bahari has a shot, but it doesn't go in. And we have the final buzzer. A little pushing and shoving in the corner again. And Zaccato this time seem to be making his way into the action.
Yeah, and this is where the Trappers have to show some discipline and some composure, and I know that Coach Josh Dale wouldn't be happy with that at the end of the game. Well, the Trappers coming in here, this was an important game for them to see if they could play 60 minutes back-to-back for the most part. I think the Trappers were able to do that. There were a few maybe undisciplined moments here that I'm sure that the Trappers won't be happy with, but for them to be able to play 2 games where for the most part they showed some energy and some good offensive and defensive prowess, they'll be happy with that. We certainly wish our Sioux Greyhound team and the injured player, we wish them well, and we hope to get a good report that he is healthy and is able to get back to playing the game, Ben. Yeah,
with those head injuries, they can be really complicated. That sometimes they can look real bad and be not that serious, and we certainly hope that that's the case. And if it's not, that he has a quick and smooth recovery from whatever injury he may have there.
Yeah, well, thanks, Ben. It's been a pleasure to be back here with you again today, and I look forward to the next time we're in the box together.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be too long before we're back here again, but it's been a pleasure, Rob, and we'll be talking to the rest of you again shortly from the Frontline. Thanks for joining us today. All right.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.